What are the challenges for family businesses? The subject of today's eCentral Business Show. I'm here with Lloyd Russell from TCB Solutions. Lloyd, thank you very much for coming on the show.
No problems, John.
Yeah, now you've got some background in family business strategy and the rest of that.
Yes.
There's some challenges around that. What are some of the primary things that go on around family business?
Oh, look, there's probably really three.
Yeah.
One of those is that ageing leader, and whether it's a founder or the next generation, or the current generation. The other one is tradition inside family businesses. Where does it normally go to in through the cycle?
Yeah.
And then the other one is that with the normal traditional consultants, they're a little bit bound by actually who owns the business and is their client.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Now that's actually I already hear and sort of feel that a bit the thing, but let's explore that a little bit. So within the ageing family leaders type thing, I take it that, you know, and your stuff is more around agriculture. I understand you've got quite a lot of experience in your own family lineages around agriculture.
That's true. Yes, yeah.
Okay. So I appreciate that, like the ageing sort of cattle farmer or something like that, or farmers, the sort of the children are starting to get a bit worried about his mindset. Is that what goes on?
Oh, look, there's a little bit of that, but it's also the transfer of the assets, and so there becomes a bit of a security thing. Is I'm working on the business, I'm working in the business, and I'm putting all this effort in, but where's it going to go and pass to when the older generation passes away?
Oh, okay, yeah. All right. So, and that's the thing, and those are probably conversations that maybe not have been had type thing and stitched up in wills and stuff like that, or maybe a bit secret.
Yeah, or it's that obligation and expectation that we talk about, that for the last 4 generations it's gone to the eldest son, so there's 6 kids and the youngest of the 6 kids is the son, so it's going to go to them, but is that the right person?
Oh, okay. Which actually that sort of goes into one of those other central challenges, tradition versus I guess what happens today in terms of the more modern flavour of things and disruption, that sort of thing. I mean, there's equal opportunity and there's new technology and the rest of that. I mean, that's...
Yeah, there's new technology.
Those are they're going to grind each other, aren't they?
They're going to grind each other. There's extremely mobility. You know, people can jump on their phone, book a plane ticket, head to Germany, and they're gone, you know, and they can have a bit of fun and that sort of thing. So there's mobility, there's education, there's all sorts of things, and there's disruption in the business environment as well. And is that traditional person the right person to be taking this business over for the next 25 years? Yeah,
okay. Yeah. So that's a complicated conversation to have, yeah?
Very difficult conversation.
And you said that around the compliance of things, though, so like you mentioned off camera about like the fact that accountants, lawyers and the like, the advisors, trusted advisors to the senior generation or the ownership generation actually can't reveal the books.
Well, yeah, and they are a little bit restricted, because if the business is owned by Barney and Jane, then really Barney and Jane are the clients, and unless the clients provide the provide the permission and to pass things on, then they are restricted in what they can do. We have to build an environment where there's a little bit more sharing of that overall information early, but it could be across 3 generations as well, because of different ownerships and different roles and responsibilities and activities inside the business.
Oh, right, because he's even suggesting that granddad has still got his marbles, so he's still a part of the ownership mix in the conversation.
Absolutely, and if the tradition means that's not passed until death, you know, that's a hard conversation to have to granddad, because granddad has to feel a sense of relevance. And, well, what do I do? What do I do? So we've got to give that person a role and a responsibility, because we can't just say, well, you're of no value anymore.
Yeah, okay.
And, you know, no one likes that, whether you're 15 or 75 or 95.
Yeah, okay. So what are the activities then that someone such as yourself that advises around family business and that sort of thing, particularly in agriculture? What are the sorts of things you get up to?
Yeah, look, the first one is actually getting the conversations and the communications going. Now, that can be inside the family, between different arms of the family, if it's a cousin consortium, between different generations of the family, but more importantly, between the different, or as I call it, the allied supply chain, or the professional advisors. So making sure that everyone's starting to talk about the same thing and focusing on the family business.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right. So there's administrative type things there. So you're saying one of the things you help facilitate or suggest is a really important thing to do, is to make sure those trusted advisors are going to, or happy to, inform the circle that needs to be informed.
Yeah, within their sphere of activity and professional services is really critical for them, and but also, you know, just how far to go, because you know, there's an old cliche says that what's good for the business is good for the family, but it's the behaviours of the family that actually impact on the business.
Okay, all right. Now, how about this conversation within the family unit and the multiple generations? I mean, you get them together for crack some stubbies, you know, the 4X gold, or no, even better. No, let's survey them, you know. How about a nice paper?
Look,
what goes on? Educate me.
Look, it's all about rapport and making the environment for all the people to discuss. Now, it can be one-on-one conversations to find out really what's their deep-seated fears or their deep-seated goals in their own life, or it could be a family group meeting, and it can be a combination of the both. So you know, they're the sorts of things. But a really critical part of a family is drilling down to those one or two or three not negotiables. We call them values.
Okay,
Find out what, because this family, if it's fourth generation, it's known for something inside the family, inside the community, which is called a legacy. And it's the values of that family that drive that legacy, and they will be the same as they come down. It follows the genetics. So once we've got everyone thinking about that, then we can start having that conversation that you aren't the owner or the controller, you are the steward and the custodian for the current generation.
Right. Okay.
It's a different conversation, very different conversation.
So if you can get the various members, even the younger generation, to think about the length of time, about the full family history, and about how the responsibility is distilled down to them.
Exactly, and with people having, and we've got longer lives now. So our age group, we might live till we're 100. So our great-grandkids could actually be at working stage when we're still moderately healthy.
Yeah, okay, got it.
So we've got four different demographics in that. And we all have different drivers at different parts of our lives. You know, we're rushed here for the first 25 years, and then we nest and settle down and grow, and then we want to grow wealth, and then we want to cruise back and retire a little bit and probably be the ambassador, the storyteller of the family.
Oh, okay.
So the older generation can be the storyteller of the family.
Oh, fabulous. That sounds like good fun. Really?
Well,
for a guy like myself who's not short of words.
But this comes back to what I said there about before, is breaking tradition, getting the conversation going, and also getting that succession planning whole thing going, that granddad at 95 can tell a 15-year-old male or female, it doesn't matter, what the family has done for the 200 years or the 150 years. And,
Fabulous. All right, now we're out of time. Now, just finally, I just want to ask you, is this something you can just do on a weekend and that's the end of it?
No, it's an ongoing process. It's a very long process because it's actually family business continuity, and that goes from generation to generation to generation to generation to generation. Succession planning is that handover bit as you go between the generations. So what we do today could actually be impacting on the 3-year-old that's not even going to be part of the business for the next 20 years.
But it needs to recognise it.
It has to recognise it, and you have to bring them into the family.
So it's an ongoing thing.
Absolutely ongoing. It's a big commitment. Big commitment, because you can't go, we've done this one, now we'll turn it off and go to the next one 20 years' time.
Fabulous. Lloyd Russell, pardon me, we're out of time. Now, how do people contact you?
Look, my best contact is by mobile, 0413 549 748.
Oh, fabulous. All right, thank you very much for coming on the eCentral Business Show.
No trouble.
Lloyd, it's an absolute pleasure. That's another eCentral Business Show done. I'm John Nayler. Thank you very much for watching another episode of the eCentral Business Show. What we're doing on the eCentral Business Show is we're bringing you business leaders and the best of the knowledge. We want to bring them on the show and release that content so that that's something that we can share with you by this easy to consume format. So you can follow us across LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Google+, or just regularly visit the eCentral.com.au/show website. pick out the best things for you and educate yourself on that premise. Now there's video content there for you, so you can just watch the video and inform yourself in your own time. We've also now podcasting that content as well, so it's really simple to consume. You can listen to it on the way to work in the car or during your daily exercise regime. Beyond that, we're also looking to connect with business experts. So if you consider yourself to be an expert in your field, please make contact so we can schedule you in and have you come on the show. So you can release your content and increase your brand across our format. Beyond that, we also invite people to send us their email address so we can send you our monthly magazine. And that's just the best of the content, the best of the videos for the month, put out once again in an email, arrives in your inbox, so you can just go through and pick out the things that are really going to educate you and advance you in your field of expertise and in business. We're a business focused show. So thank you very much once again for watching, and we'll see you next time.